Well, here we are. It's been quite a while since I've done a good old-fashioned ranking video. I've been getting caught up with the gameplay videos lately, but here I am. I'm back doing what I mostly do on this channel, which is top 10s and ranking videos. I think you all know why we're here. In this video, we're going to be ranking every track in Wave 5 of the Booster Course Pass. So without further ado, let's get right into it. They did not do this track justice at all. The entire reason people like this track is because the sun sets after each lap more and more. It's really cool, and I can't believe they didn't even bother bringing it back. What was the point of bringing back this track at all if you're not going to do that? Otherwise, it's just another Super Circuit track that is kinda boring. Okay, look, I'll give this track some compliments. The graphics are generally nice. The Shy Guys dancing is kinda cute. And gameplay-wise, it's not the worst Super Circuit track they've brought back. But that's it! It's just another Super Circuit track. Why didn't they bother putting in the sunset? How much work would that have been to change the skybox? Ranking all the tour tracks from this wave was actually surprisingly difficult. Normally, it's not that much of a challenge to decide which ones I like more than others, but this time I actually had difficulty deciding which ones were better than others. And I unfortunately had to say Los Angeles Laps was objectively my least favorite. Look, it's actually a really cool tour track. I like the part where you fly through the baseball stadium and all the hammers and stuff in that one dirt section, whatever they're actually called, I don't really care to learn. It's actually really cool, and the music's not bad either. I like the beaches, and this is actually one of the better tour tracks we've gotten so far. I really enjoyed this one, I just think I enjoyed the other two a little bit more. This track always is heavily beloved by fans. I really enjoy this track because it's actually unique. Most of the tour tracks are heavily focused on driving through the actual city parts of each city, whereas Vancouver Velocity is a little bit more focused on the parks and scenery and forest aspect of Vancouver, which I think is really nice actually. You even drive through a hockey rink at one point, which, very Canadian of them, and all in all, it's just very unique, and that's why I like this track, and that's kind of why I put it ahead of Los Angeles Laps, because gameplay-wise, they're kind of on par with each other, but I like the scenery in this track more. It was very difficult deciding which one to say was better than the other, though. Also, I'm Canadian, so I have a little bit of a bias for this track. Athens Dash is also very unique. These three tour tracks did a great job of standing out in comparison to the others. That's kind of why it was hard to determine how to rank each of them. These three could all be completely interchanged because I like them all for different reasons and they're all so much fun. But I think objectively speaking, gameplay-wise, Athens Dash has the most to offer. There's a lot of cool shortcuts you can take, a lot of cool stuff you can trick off of, there's a half pipe at one section, a lot of boosts and stuff, and I just think when it comes down to it, this track just has the most to offer. And the scenery is also really cool as well, and I think they nailed the graphics for this tour track, which is not something I usually say about them. This track is a lot of fun. I've always thought this track was overrated. Don't get me wrong, it is a lot of fun, but I've just never really gotten the appeal that most people see in this track. The track is heavily focused around water that pushes you forward and makes you go faster, which on the higher CCs can be a bit of a challenge, but ultimately still really fun. There's an underwater section too, which is really cool as well. This track is really nice, and all in all, it's nice to have it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Can I just talk about how awesome the graphics are for this track? All the textures are perfect and fit the track flawlessly. And they even added a lot of cool details to the track too, like there are people eating in the dining room now. That's awesome! And even when you go into the underwater shortcut, whatever you want to call it, there's unagi now. That's really cool. They did this track justice when it came to the visual aspects. And gameplay-wise, it's just as good as Daisy Cruiser has always been. This track was made phenomenally well. I'm really glad it's back in Mario Kart 8, and it's so much fun, and I love this track so much. Moonview Highway has returned in all of its former glory. Now yes, the track may not be as chaotic as it was in Mario Kart Wii, but it's still Moonview Highway nonetheless. It's an awesome track with a lot of fun, and the graphics are also really well done for this track too. And don't even get me started on the remix. It gives you the exact same sense of urgency that Mario Kart Wii's Moonview Highway theme did. It's awesome, and I'm really glad this track has returned. I absolutely love the creativity on this track. Squeaky Clean Sprint is everything I wanted out of Big House level. Okay, technically it's a big bathroom level, but I'll take what I can get. This track is awesome. You start by driving through a sink, and then driving through a bathtub, and then driving through a drain, I guess, in the bathtub. And then you later pop out in this floor area. I don't really know what that area with the fan is supposed to be exactly, but then you get launched up, and you fly over a toilet, and you can trick off of the water. That's kind of gross now that I think about it. And then you land on these towel rags and repeat the lap. And it's a lot of fun, actually. This track is really cool, and I'm so glad that they finally made a track like this in Mario Kart. That's something I've always wanted to see, and they made that dream come true for me. So this is by far the best track in this wave. And that's all of the tracks in Wave 5 ranked. This wave was actually kind of unique in comparison to the others. Most of the waves before this had that one really cool track that everyone's super hyped about and a couple of little ones for added flavor. But this one, all of the tracks were kind of like really cool and all, but there wasn't really that one that got me super hyped. But then again, there wasn't really one that I wasn't excited for. So this was probably the most balanced out of all the waves we've had, which I can appreciate. This wave was really fun, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for Wave 6. Anyways, that'll be all for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, keep being awesome Nintendo fans. Peace out.